day. From TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville, Florida, it's week 3 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns.
The calendar may say autumn, but temperatures are still pretty sweltering here in North Florida. But the good news, the radar is clear. Still, hydration will be key today at TIAA Bank Field in Jacksonville. A few minutes prior to us coming on air, this crowd was jolted into action with the introduction of these Jaguars. They're set for football as the Jags are ready to match up with the Cleveland Browns. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jaguar team. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
A run for Nick Chubb. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Well, this defense for the Jaguars, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
A big play there on the catch and run.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. They go with Chubb on second down. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback. And no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things?
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's up and through to make it 7-0 Browns. So that drive in total 8 plays. And Nick Chubb the one to finish it off as he does so with a touchdown run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So here are the Jags now set to get their first drive. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of a season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They'll throw on 1st down with Lawrence. He targets Ingram for another grab. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain. On 2nd and very short, Lawrence gets this quickly to Ingram.
I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is starting.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Here's a give to Mixon. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And Ingram holds it in. And they're going to have another 1st down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 25-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Here's Lawrence to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
And this defense definitely in his head there on 3rd down, and he's pretty fortunate. They didn't call for grounding on this one. That was a good 10 feet over everyone's head.
Now a field goal try coming up here for the Jags. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And his kick here is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
2nd and 9 now. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he'll be touched down here, but not before he does pick up the first.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. A give. This is Chubb. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 40 yards rushing for him now to this point. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. A little costly there. You wipe out the first down. You also move further back.
No doubt about it. So you went from moving the sticks to them staying in the same spot, except for that one guy carrying the yard marker. He moves back farther.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
His throw incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. They'll look to throw. He's letting it fly for Cooks. Touchdown! Cooks, his first touchdown of the new season, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive, and it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. From the 29, Lawrence. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The offense trots back out there. Let's turn our focus now to Nick Chubb. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really you shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 2nd and 4. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On the ground, it's Chubb. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So we come upon halftime, and it's the visiting Browns with a lead. As we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime.
And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive, because most people would think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 7 yards the pickup there. Play action. It's Lawrence. From the right side is going to be caught by Kirk.
Watching the wide receiver screen, because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. It's a throw again as Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. On 1st down, Lawrence. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be a 2nd down. From from the gun to give to Mixon. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. And this one is right through. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. So here are the Browns to take over. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This is the tight end, Njoku. Not much there, only a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. I see an extra defensive back on the field. A little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They run it again with Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down.
That's a tremendous group effort there because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. A give running right is Chubb. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
To throw here. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
You have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 19. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here's Logan Cook now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Nice little juke. So a change of possession here on the punt. With the football going back over now to the Cleveland Browns. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They run. Chubb escaping a tackler at the 25. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 115 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A big connection on that one. 36 yards.
Brandon, that was a nice route that time. Lined him up on the right and worked his way all the way across the formation. One of the toughest routes to cover because you keep waiting for the ball to be thrown, for him to break something off. He goes all the way across the field, right to left, for a big play.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he's dropped right at the 40, gain of 3. He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns have just about sewn up this football game. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. Fights, gets through, and now an opening. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. I guess he was saving his best for last, so to speak. Longest run of the day coming here in the 4th quarter right there.
And that type of run makes for a better night for him and his teammates, doesn't it? To be able to produce this late in the game can lead to some big smiles and satisfaction in the locker room after this one's over.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now Chubb fights forward at the 20 and down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 172 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
This defense needs a big play in the worst way because so far they're not putting up much of a fight. If they don't get a stop here soon, this game could be over for them.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. The broken tackle could not free him as he's brought down at the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Broken tackle. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system, leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is up to 15 now. So that drive goes 8 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for Cleveland. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Browns, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to the Windy City to take on the Bears. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they will fall to a similar mark at 1-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Tennessee Titans. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.